So today we're talking about user management. I didn't make a slide for this because it's pretty simple topic. Here is what you'll go into admin. So what this is, and I kind of talked about this before throughout the month, is what you can do now is that you can add people, and edit their usage inside of the portal yourself. So you used to have to put a support ticket in asking for, sorry, somebody's emitting, asking to add or edit the role or edit their email, phone number, all of that. So now once you log in as an admin, you just go to this drop down menu, click Agent Manager. I'll take you to this screen. And then from here, you can edit, delete, and then add an agent. If you do add an agent, so adding a license, you'll just be billed on the next billing cycle for that additional user. So that, like I said, pretty simple, easy topic for Friday. Do we have any questions about that or anything at all related to InsuredMine?
I do have a question about this, Amanda. What I've noticed the last time I did this is the options was just manager and our agent, I think, our CSR. The point is they couldn't get any, they couldn't log in as an administrator. Mm-hmm. Has that been updated or changed?
So you either added or edited their role as admin, right?
Yes.
And then
but that wasn't an option before. I see now apparently that's been changed.
Yes. So it is. It should be. Let me know if it's not the same on your end. It should be though.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I had a question regarding the Pete actually had brought this up. He was told that that when people are Googling their name, his name, that it's going to bring up his information, but he's wanting to know how I can include him in the InsuredMine. He's in InsuredMine, mm-hmm. But how that can be reflected in Google? Can it be done?
Reflected in Google. What do you mean by that?
Well, if they Google him, can he bring up the website, my website, by Googling his name?
Yes. I don't know how that would work. It'd probably be tied to your website somehow. You'd have to put you'd have to put his name, or even like a small little page, like a little blurb about him. Because what's your website's URL?
Standing.com.
So that's why it comes up for you. So yeah, the best thing that you could do is just add some of his information to your website. Additionally, if you put it on like his LinkedIn, that would be the only way. But InsuredMine doesn't have a way of linking somebody to your website. What he could do is he could go to his profile here, mm-hmm. and then let me think. I think you can just add. You could probably put like a link or something in here. But that's as much as I would know.
But is it possible that he could put in the standing.com into his information?
Yeah, when he comes into here and he edits, he could put it. Let me see what I can do here to get something added, because we don't have the website as an option in here. But mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it's a logical question that he's asking, because obviously he doesn't have his own website, and mm-hmm. and he wants to take advantage of the fact that I've got a pretty robust one. So
yeah, so he should. Put the website in his email signature, add it to his LinkedIn. If you put his email somewhere on your website, or his first and last name, So then that way, when somebody Googles his name, it'll take them to your website.
Okay, so basically, what you're saying is create a landing page that attributable to him in the website, so that when they, because Google will pick that up, and when they scroll it or when they crawl it.
Yeah, exactly. So let me just, if you look here, it's probably not gonna. So see, it's like the word is being brought up. So if you just Google it, then if his name is on your site, then it'll be pulling here.
Okay, that makes sense. But it would be great if they could add a site into a website into his contact information. That would be I think a big plus.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that, write that down and see what we can do about that.
Okay, thanks very much, Jennifer.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda.
That's right.
Call you anything, just don't call you leave for lunch.
I have two real short questions. Where do I find the shortcut keys? Because I want to print them and so that I can kind of memorize them. And I'm a little bit of a slow learner. So
That's okay. Yeah. So anywhere that you're in the system, up here, there's this button. And then
I see it.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm going to figure out how to print that. And
Do you want me to just email it to you? And then you can
yeah, please. So
what other question do you have? You said you have two?
yeah, I do. On the dashboard, is there a way to resize it when you're in the when you're looking at your tasks? Because I can't see all of it.
Yeah.
And is there a way to resize all that on there?
So here you can, right here, there's this little corner area. And if you
Okay.
hover over it, you'll see here that you can drag it.
Okay.
What else you can do is if you come up to this very top part, these three little dots,
Yeah.
you can always zoom. So I could make it
Oh, I got it.
really big or really small.
Oh, I love it. That I just took it exactly how I want it.
Perfect.
Thank you. Thank you. And has anybody asked this, Amanda? We have always had the integration with some of these document companies, like we use File Center. I'm not saying they're a panacea, but has anybody asked you about integrating that before, or does anybody do that? Because I was just wondering if it was easy or not, and if it was worth the trouble. But has anybody mentioned that to you? Because we had the damnedest time finding documents. Being 22 years in business, we couldn't find half the stuff we were looking for. This stuff helps, but if we could just put it in one place, it would sure make it better.
Yeah. So when you're talking about documents like DocuSign, do you mean?
No, not DocuSign.
Oh,
more like we couldn't find emails, we couldn't find old deck pages, we couldn't find notes from companies. So we paid. We couldn't find accounting transactions, and so we bought this thing called File Center. Does anybody else use that? And has anybody asked you about integrating that?
File Center. I'll have to look into this and see. And see if we
Some
can.
of these are just so crazy expensive, and I think that the way your stuff works, it might be a solution for us, and we might not even need it. But in the meantime, yesterday we wrote, it's a law that we keep copies of signed documents, stuff like that. And yeah, I wonder if that's even necessary with your system, because we were losing. If I had the document here, and then we get audited by a company saying we want to see all your signed documents, we need to keep them in one place. The only problem that it has with you guys is, we don't really have a place to go into Allstate, for example, and have all the underwriting stuff and all the signed documents. That's so maybe if you ever had a place for companies and company information, that might
Yeah, I could see where like under carriers or even over here to just have like a documents module and then have some filters.
Yeah, that would.
I like that idea. That's what, yeah. Let me
Black metallic, sure.
And I've got one last real quick question. So I know Stanley is a pretty good authority on this. He's used BombBomb, and I'm just finished with a trial on BombBomb. I like it, but it seems like I don't know if you guys like it so much, and I have a feeling that it might be just as effective using a cell phone. And maybe that might be a question. Stanley, have you ever considered just using a cell phone? Because it seems like it's redundant if you have and it doesn't really fit into InsuredMine very well. Have you tinkered with that before, Stan? Or
I haven't. However, we posed that question in the training here a couple weeks ago, and I forwarded everything to Saloni, and she's working on figuring out a way to incorporate BombBomb into InsuredMine. So.
yeah, but I don't even know if we need to, if we can just record something, because when I asked Shabam about it, he said it works best to load it into your, do I understand this right? Into your YouTube?
yes. That's the best way to do it.
Okay. Well, I can just do that even easier from my cell phone if I record something on my cell phone.
Yeah.
I mean, now, Amanda, you're at the age where, an old guy like me is new to this, but it's easy to record that on your cell phone, right?
Yeah, if it's yourself talking. I mean, even on your computer, you can do it if you have a camera on your computer, which might be easier because on your computer you can be sitting. And that way you can like just look at it if you want to. There's even some sites called like Loom, where you can show your screen while you are talking. I don't know what you're trying.
What was that site again, please?
It's called Loom.
So I'm sorry. Say that. Loom.
LOOM. I think let me see if I can.
Okay. Yeah, I see it right now.
Okay.
Is it Loom?
Yes.
Loom?
This is the site that I'm on right now, or this is it. And I really like this site.
Because my thought is there's no sense in asking for an integration on something that we really don't need.
Yeah. I think that with Loom, what you can do is that you can download them, put them on YouTube. And then I'm gonna show an example here. Anyways, what it does is it lets you, so your face will be like in the small corner section, and then you can be showing your screen. So, like if I were to do like a demonstration of InsuredMine, my face would be in the corner and I would be saying, like this is the carriers list and we'll go to opportunities. So you can always do that as well. And I don't know the price for that, but I don't think it's very expensive. It's a newer company, so it shouldn't be too crazy. You don't have to do that. If you want to just have a video of just like you talking with a nice backdrop, you can always do that too.
No, I think people would rather, and that
This is
part
right
of
now.
BombBomb doesn't really work that well.
Yeah, Loom is my favorite in terms of video software.
Okay,
Objective.
yeah, thank you for that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
I love Loom. So before I got my webcam that comes with its own software, that's what I would use. So yeah. What other questions do we have?
Hello, Amanda.
Hi.
So I have a question. So I want our agents wants to send an email
Mhm.
and they want it to be on service email, but it doesn't work when we send an email. It just
Never seen it.
works on the automation.
Yes. So you would have to, so you're saying like when you're sending just like a regular email like here?
Yes.
Yeah, you can only have one email connected. Like in this sense, in this regard. So you could have a service account. But in terms of just sending it from the service, I guess what you could do, well, you could CC the service email. That would be the only workaround. Besides just adding that account. What else you could do is, this is kind of annoying. You could go to email campaign and just write like, you know, whatever your message is, and then add your signature. This is, I don't know why that was there. Add your signature here and then name it and then select the service email and then just send it immediately. So it's
Okay.
technically a campaign, but it's just like a one-off email. And it'll look the same to them regardless if you send it from your work email or not. And then you can still have the ability to track. But when they replied, it would go to that service email. So you wouldn't be able to see the replies. I don't know how that would work. Yeah, I don't think you'd be able to see the replies inside of InsuredMine.
Okay. Thanks. And how about the one I asked you last Wednesday about attaching the document,
Um,
the email template? Let me share.
okay, yeah, maybe share your screen.
So this one, when I add this document and then I'll
Oh,
send.
yes, sorry. I was thinking email template. Yes, I reported that. So they should be working on it.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
You know, you had said that the you can only have one link to one email. Is that per computer? Because I like Pete uses Gmail. I use Outlook. Can he set it up so that at his end that it's on Gmail?
Yes. So each account, you know, like I'm right now, I'm logged in as, I log in as Jake Williams. So Jake Williams can just have one email in here. But then he could log into yours, and then he would be seeing, instead of Amanda InsuredMine, he'd be seeing Stan, or he'd see whichever account he's logged into.
I figured it probably was available, but I want to make sure.
Yeah.
Does
All right.
does that answer your question, Pete? Pete? He's there, but not
Yeah, I
there.
think he's there.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I think I just accidentally muted you. I was trying to unmute you. I'm sorry. I don't know if I can't hear you. I don't know if you're talking.
Pete, you need to unmute.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
That was your question.
Yeah, I'm following him.
Okay, perfect. Alrighty, what other questions do we have? Anything else?
Yes, Amanda, I have a question. We have a new client from our prospect list, which we just write their new business. However, in the contact status inside InsuredMine, there is no option for us to select active from prospect.
Yes, I saw that email that you sent to Shabam and Sonia and I. So they should be working on that right now, and then they'll be in
Mhm.
touch today or tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
One thing did come up, last week, Rashawn said that there was gonna be a new release out the next day, but I never saw anything about it. I went into what's new and I don't see anything about it, so.
A new release. I believe we did the 27th, I guess was the last release that we've done.
Huh.
I can ask him about that. I do know that we have, I want to say, as of now, we have 24 new like release features for that are planned so far for the month of March. So they're coming. There might have just been something. Sometimes they'll plan on releasing, and then when they're in the testing phase, like at the last minute, something will come up, or there'll be an error. So then they have to delay it and rebuild it and retest it. So maybe that happened.
Okay.
Mhm.
That was just a question that I didn't understand whether it had been released or not, and it wasn't showing on my computer, so.
Yeah. There's been. I mean, there's so many releases all the time. I can't keep up. It's hard. All righty. Well, any other questions? If not, we will wrap up and I will see everybody next week.